38th European game, trailing by 1-0 against the Czech side Slavia Prague, and that goal in the first leg agonizingly for Hearts, coming in only the last 5 minutes of the game after stout defensive work. A goal scored by Tatarchuk, the Russian, who cost a fair penny or two, which I'll be mentioning later. And a goal, of course, that's set a great challenge to the Edinburgh public. And the chairman of Hearts, Wallace Ness, who decided to impose a radio and television ban. And surely the crowd have responded to that, because we've got about 17,000 inside Tynecastle, and listen to that atmosphere. A great growl and then roar of expectancy. And the challenge facing Hearts is representatives of Scottish football, and they realise only too well that so many questions are being asked about the quality of play in the domestic football scene, and so Hearts are carrying the banner tonight. The Czech team, no doubt, and having watched a lot of Czech football, will try to catch Hearts on the counter-attack. That is what they're known for. A very, very skilled team indeed, and a club that's been developed by an American-based entrepreneur, Boris Korbel, who's put up a lot of money to buy players like Vinic and Tatarchuk at a cost of almost £1 million. And Henry Smith getting his first touch of the ball. Henry, I'd hate to call him a veteran, but when one looks down his record, he's played 17 European games, and he's had 6 clean sheets. That's not bad for a goalkeeper in European football, I can tell you, compared to others. John Robertson. Very good tackle there by Jorasco, going away with it. Then whipped away by Tatarchuk, the man who scored that goal in Prague. The Hearts crowd, I think, will be expecting at least explosive action every now and again. I'm quite sure that Joe Jordan has told his team, above all, to be patient and cautious, which must be the underlying current of any game played anywhere, either at home or away in Europe. On that far side, Vinic trying to cut in. The big fellow up there was Pavel Kuko, number 9, just a little glimpse of him, the highest goal scorer, scoring goals for his country as well. And the Hearts crowd really liking the way that Hearts have adopted the right tone and attitude for this match. Trying to find Robertson with that, and cutting in from the outside, of course. We've got Ian Baird up front, and lying at the back there, number 11, Eamon Bannon. That must be free kick. Might be just a little bit of aggression in this game. I'm sure the Czechs feel they should have come to Tynecastle with a bigger lead, but for the sterling work of Henry Smith in goal. Now they only have that single goal. Trying to get the big men into it. Craig Levine was up there. And all of these set pieces are going to be very vital for Hearts, especially near goal. If you watch European football around the continent, as I do now a lot, you'll notice that there is a high success rate for dead ball situations. Teams practicing away, because during a normal game, defences are so tight. Whoops, difficulty of the pass-back rule coming in there for Van der Ven. Cool play by Hearts. Ian Baird having to come all the way down, and John Robertson, is he fouled? No, yes he is. I think the referee has stopped the play. The referee, by the way, Rune Larsson from Sweden, as are both his linesmen. And thus, early in the game, I'm not at all surprised that there's an air of tension. Might be some nerves being exhibited by both sides, but a good clearance by Suchoparek. Excellent play by Alan McLaren there, keeping his cool. An old heat on young shoulders. Craig Levine beginning to edge forward. Little mistake there by Tosh McKinley. And so often I've seen Scottish teams being punished for simple little mistakes like that. The far side, Petrus. Nice little touch inside. They were queuing up for that. Kuka was there, Nekas was there. But that's a goal kick, easing that little period of anxiety for Hearts. Now, it may surprise some Hearts supporters that Henry Smith is not rushing to get on with this. But at the end of the day, I think I pointed out that all coaches now must instill into the team the idea of being cool and showing confidence. And sometimes that does in a park if you show that you're not rushing on towards the cavalry charge. Bit of determination in the way that Graham Hogg went up for that. And neat little touch inside. Abinic picked it up. Looking there for Nekas. Nekas now. That's a spot forward there at the back by Tatachuk, a very dangerous man if he breaks free. Now John Robertson, beautiful turn. And that's how well they can defend as Sucho Parak swept into him. Robertson. McKinley a little bit too predictable. Good run by Robertson going in now, trying to cut it back. Far side, Bannon. Lifted it out there to Binic. Picked up deep by Kuka. Sucho Parak coming forward. Free kick. Hearts closing down very well though. Will try to pick off their opponents as far outside their own penalty area as they can. That'll be a free kick. Foul committed by Silhavi. Well, Van de Ven has been taking most of the free kicks. I wonder if this is just a little too far forward. Yes, it is. High with it, in fact. Looking for a little 1-2. McKinley. Ooh, I think if he had let that go, that might have come right across to Bannon. That was Baird getting in the way. I think getting in the way is the opposite phrase there, but he had to go for it. That's a hard subs in the background, just gently simmering over, I think you could put it, rather than warming up. On the far side, Graham Hogg. Free kick. Front on Baird. Well, there's a fair physical challenge going on there right now. And I don't think there's any doubt that if it comes to that, Hearts will be able to look after themselves. But quite frankly, it's going to be touches of football that will beat this defence. And it comes, no. Janos easily up for that. 25-year-old goalkeeper who's been regular in the side since 1988. Play a little bit untidy at the moment, and the Czechs winning a corner kick. Now, Hearts must beware of these situations. It would be something of a disaster if they could score at this particular moment. Just Just in the first quarter of the game, and just swept away again. McKinley coming in there. Nothing very sophisticated about that. He just wanted to get to the ball first. That crowd in the background looking slightly apprehensive about this. Smith, yes, took that very well. He had to go for that without any flicker of fumble, and I think the free kick against John Robertson. About 10 minutes of this game and still no scoring. Hearts have settled for the task well. A beautiful ball pushed forward there by Snodden. Robertson coming back towards it. Oh, up comes Mackay. Glorious shot. Oh, he did it! Oh, wonderful goal by Gary Mackay. Superb run there by Mackay from midfield, exactly what was required. A coach's dream, a midfield player coming up, taking over the striker's role as John Robertson fed the ball through to him. Superbly done by Mackay. And I think, I'm not quite sure whether he's intoxicated by scoring the goal or took a rap on the cheek. And up he gets, the hero of the moment. And I think he's the victim of the celebrations, in fact. Well, I don't think he'll be feeling pain too long after a goal like that, which has given Hearts a tremendous boost. Score now 1-1 in aggregate. In actual fact, I think if you'd said to Joe Jordan, if they scored in the first quarter and they've scored in the 11th minute, he would have bought that all right. That's a very good start for Hearts. A long way to go, of course. And you saw Eamon Bannon sliding in there, showing sterling defensive qualities. And of course, Eamon Bannon's played in a European final, the UEFA Cup final against Gothenburg, and has more experience, not only than any man out there, but perhaps anybody in Scottish football in Europe. Whipped away there from Tadachuk. Now they are stung, there's no doubt about that. I think the Czechs were beginning to get into a little groove, thinking that perhaps they could cope with everything Hearts threw at them, which would have added to the frustration on the pitch as well as the terracings. And now it's come unstuck with that glorious piece of play, especially from John Robertson. Lovely ball through. Benica. Looks as if he's struck on the face as Petrus tries to go around the outside. Corner kick. And every corner, every free kick near the penalty area will always be dangerous. Nekas to take this corner kick. Nekas, one of the very stalwart players in this team, Radim Nekas, 23 years of age. Nekas was signed from Benik Ostrava this season for £300,000. And I think one of the Czech players acting up a little bit here. Tadachuk it is. Tadachuk, the Russian who is down here. Tadachuk representing the new style of management for Slavia Prague, by the way, coming from the regulated communist system. This club is now run by the American-based entrepreneur, as I said at the start, and he's trying to open the club up, buy in new players, but also at the same time sell players. And I'm quite sure every time that Slavia Prague play, all their players are in the shop window. Certainly taking the time getting this man back to his feet again. This is the guy who scored the goal, and the referee wisely telling him to get off the park so they can get on with the game. Corner to be taken by Nekas on this side. Up it goes! Slavia puts it in. Oh dear, what a tragedy. Slavia getting on the end of that, and that has been like kicked in the groin at your birthday party because they were celebrating so much. Marvellous start, and suddenly that corner kick. And Slavia with the equaliser, 14 minutes gone. That's a dreadful blow. It puts Slavia Prague 2-1 up in aggregate, and of course it's a vital away goal. Now how will Hearts respond to this? They must not lose their nerve nor the confidence they have in themselves as demonstrated in the early part of the game. Oh, they're growing in confidence. Lerch, number 11. Looking towards that right foot of his. Whipped away by Van der Ven. And the referee anyway stopping the play. Little bit of respite for Hearts. And these breakaways have got to be watched very carefully. Levine is trying to come forward as judiciously as he can and as often as he can. Free kick there against Robertson, a little bit over-exuberant. And the worst thing that Hearts could do now is to let them settle in. This would do them nicely. They'll try to keep possession, slow the play down, take the sting out of the Hearts play. Free kick now. Van der Ven to take this. Giving his players plenty time to get forward. The goalkeeper committing himself. Ooh, he makes a hash of it. Dreadful blunder there by Janos. Hearts couldn't exploit it, and this is the counter-attack. They almost must be in a lovely ball inside there. Tinekas. Great defending now. Hearts were really stretched. Van der Ven getting behind it, and every now and again the Czechs posting that little warning about what they can do moving upfield very quickly. On the far side, Petrus. I wouldn't say Hearts are dispirited, but they've been knocked off the stride by that goal. I suppose the only plus against that negative is that the goal has been scored early in the game, and Hearts can build up again towards, they know what the target is. If it had been scored in the last quarter, I think it might have been disastrous for them. You can see for yourselves the Czechs are rather alarmed when the ball is put behind them like that. Not at all happy. Free kick, yes. Well, there's a lot of harsh treatment being meted out at the moment. Once again, Baird trying to get his head to that. Cleared there by Nekas. Well, this is how good they are when they come forward like that, trying to get it to Binic. Binic appealing that he'd been impeded, but the referee does Waves play on. It was 6 and half a dozen, to be perfectly honest with you. A kind of frantic quality to the play at the moment. But healthy indications, as far as I'm concerned, that this defence is none too happy at the moment. Baird trying the 1-2 there with Robertson. Taken away. And the free kick this time. Referee right on the spot. Although typical of many continental sides, they want to make a kind of death scene from Hamlet out of this. Bit of play acting going on. Look at him. Looks like he's walking over the battlefield of passion there. Look. Limping away. Well, they are going to come up and, as I said, post warnings by being able to try to get behind the Hearts defence and also shoot from way out. A deliberate and blatant attempt to get a free kick there out of absolutely nothing. Touch through by Penica. The far side, Binic, the Yugoslavian. Very tricky player, Binic. Dragisa Binic, 30 years of age, an experienced player. Missed the first leg due to injury. Good defensive work again, Eamon Bannon. Calling in all his European experience. Neat little ball. Good running by Hearts that. Bannon again. Oh, good! Glorious play by Bannon. Really stalled by Baird. And the Tynecastle crowd in raptures of that. That is two splendid goals, 21 minutes gone. Hearts are leading by 2 goals to 1. We're back to 2-all in aggregate. And 2 well-worked goals, not goals out of the blue at all. Hearts really manipulated the ball creatively in midfield on both their goals. That must be a joy, whatever way this result works out. It must be a joy for Joe Jordan to see how well they constructed both goals. And the crowd lapping this up now. But I think it's too close to call at this stage. Far too close. However welcome the portents may be, Hearts have still got a lot to play for. Again, concentrate, especially so for the defenders. We've already seen how very swift Slavia Prague are in the counter-attacks. So we're virtually halfway through this first half, and Hearts have responded in the best possible manner to the encouragement of the crowd. And I think Wallace Mercer is absolutely right. If you're going to get the best out of people, you've got to have the terracings packed. It's all very well having lavish television contracts, which the game needs, there's no question about that either, but you've got to have crowd inside the stadium. The Slavia Prague players know that now, as their big man at the back try to come forward, Jurasco, for that shot at goal. I remember, for example, Rangers playing the other Czech team, Sparta Prague, at a half-empty stadium 2 seasons ago at Ibrox. And I think that was part of the reason why Rangers couldn't really respond to the challenge. And now Tynecastle packed, great atmosphere, and the game so finely balanced as that's touched away. Czechs trying to get back into this now, taken on the outside by Silhabi. Good tackling. They want that ball well out of defence. Just a little unfortunate. Tosh McKinnon losing possession just at the end. Mackay. What a part he's played in this match. Gary Mackay, I suppose you can see in Mackay's performance a man who's a time castle man in every fibre of his body. Will play till he drops. That was Durasco clearing that. Now there's a bit of space here, and that could be dangerous as a break is made by Nikas. Beautifully cut off though. Sent forward there by Van der Ven. A little bit slack in the ball forward, but his interception was most vital. Well, Hearts won't mind that little respite there. I think the Czechs were beginning to demonstrate, and you've noticed for yourself how skillfully they can play the ball around and keep possession. But as long as Hearts keep them at bay, and it all happens in midfield, that won't cause any distress to Henry Smith here. I think they were looking for Eamon Bannon on the outside. McLaren getting caught out there. The break here by the man who scored that goal in Prague. Tatachuk giving it to Nekas. Tatachuk wears number 6, but he does attack very well now. It's picked up by Lerch. Lerch, lovely little run and a great interception. Bannon to take this. McLaren was there. Apart from that lapse and the goal from the corner kick, Hearts defence have been very alert. That's good play. Once again, Gary Mackay deciding to make a run through the middle. He's beginning to see gaps which he might be able to exploit from midfield, running deep. Well, that's good play again by Hearts. They were pressurised in defence, but they're willing to play the ball around confidently. Free kick. I was about to say we're going into a vital period of this game, approaching half-time, but tell that to the manager. Every second of this game is vital. Yeah, a little bit of a push. Again, their intention to slow the play. They, of course, have the benefit of that away goal, which means so much to them. That is the difference between the teams at the moment. Even though they're level on aggregate, it's touched towards Henry Smith, and I think offside. Pushing there by Bilic, the Yugoslavian. As I said about Dragiša Bilic, 30 years of age, missed the first game. He won a Cup Winners' Medal, by the way, with Red Star Belgrade in 1991. Signed by Slavia at the start of last season. Well, who's up for that? Hearts not getting it cleanly enough in the air in their box. The back was Snodden. It is again. Interesting time for Snodden tonight. First European game. 32 years of age. picks the ball up, gives it to Tatachuk. Clever player Tatachuk, there he is again. When he gets in, ooh, that's a delightful little ball, and it just passed, I think, offside though. Well, Hearts have got to pin Tatachuk down. He is a real playmaker as they come forward. You saw it beautifully demonstrated there. Picking a ball up, foraging for it, and then that neat little dab through to Nekas. Skillful play there by Binic. Tackling the outside by Petrus. He's got a bit of pace. Henry Smith, no problem. Levine dabs that in front. It's not offside. Going well for Hearts at the moment, and just unfortunate that last little touch they couldn't get. Mackay looks for the 1-2. Mackay going in. Lovely run by Mackay. Superb game he's having. He scores a goal. He's had some wonderful probes forward, and that desperately unlucky not to get something out of that. McKinley offside this time. I must say, Gary Mackay, one of the most faithful and loyal servants for Hearts, is not only showing that tonight, but gives you the impression that he is utterly convinced that Hearts can still do it, even though that away goal by Slavia Prague at the moment is acting against them. Free kick. A dangerous little run there by Kuka as he came forward. And I think this could be they've already shown that Jurasco, Salhavi and Kuka can hammer the ball hard from way out. Hearts defensive wall. It's the noble fussing about to get this right. Referees have an awful time, particularly in European games. I think it reflects the different standards of refereeing around the continent. Some referees just allow them to do anything they like. That's a free kick and taken there by Panika, but rather anemic. So much at stake in this game that if I were to say that the supporters have enjoyed it so far, it would always be qualified by the thought that Hearts are still out of this competition as things stand, and so much to play for. The ultimate enjoyment is qualification. Now they've been building it up from the back very well. That's a beautiful ball meant for Bannon. He's coming in on the outside. Bannon may not just quite have the pace he used to have for Dundee United, but fulfilling that wide draw well. A bit of barging going on, but the referee turned away from that. Craig has been anxious to get that ball and get on with it. He feels that they might just be going into a rather unsettled mood again, the Czechs. They're taken by Alan McLaren. That man Tatachuk again. At the back, Van der Ven. Free kick, surely a free kick, and Panika barging in there, and he's done it so often. Surely the referee has no alternative. There it is, the yellow card for Panika. The referee just taking his time about this, getting the name noted. wonderful game of football we've seen so far, with so much more to come. Still 2-1, 2-1, and aggregate. Taken away by Nakis, lying deep. Oh, good play by Mackay again. He got away from the man trying to crowd in on him and then fouled. Must be good for the younger players to see Gary Mackay still going, walking so energetically and playing with a lot of vision, fine touch, which of course is what brought him to the note in these early days. Just beyond Bannon that. And the whistle had gone for a free kick. Craig Levine and Van de Ven have been operating very well. Van de Ven lying at the back, of course, not being quite as adventurous as Levine. Beyond Beard that. McLaren tried to pick it up. Just a little bit wide. Touch forward by McKinley. John Robertson trying to get in behind the defender. Robertson, of course, are very good at that. Very fast player over these first few yards. Difficult to subdue when he's in the mood. Top goal scorer in Europe, of course, with 6 goals. Hearts would welcome an addition to that tonight, that's for sure. Trying to get that, and surely a push from McLaren, though, as Nakas is brought down. Are we going to see a booking here? Yes, there's a booking. Snodden booked for that. The ex-Leeds player playing in his first European game, as I said. A booking there, but to be honest, I thought he was fouled to start off with. That was more retaliation than anything else. Free kick. Hutch trying to balance 2 walls of defence there. Play to Nakas. Just touched away. This is left. Came from Dukla Prague, number 11, and free kick. Can't quite understand why he made that challenge, because clearly Hearts were a bit perturbed at the ball played behind him like that, and 2 minds as to whether to pass it back to the goalkeeper, and he got off the hook. Bannon, McLaren, it's too tight, too congested, couldn't get away with it. McLaren fighting hard for that, and full free kick. Mackay wisely trying to get away with that quickly. Didn't quite come off for him. Baird. I do like this workmanlike performance by Hearts. Again, just a little break there would have taken off on him. On the far side is Binic. And he didn't have enough players coming from the left, as you could see. Bannon. Skillful play by Benica. I think a late tackle, the referee, I think his assessment of that was really the way that seemed to stamp down. Free kick. It's been taken by Nekas. Tadachuk. Hearts getting everybody behind the ball. Nekas putting it in. Again, easily cleared. Bannon. Trying to play that to the outside, and I think Hearts will get a free kick for that. It's almost assault and battery, actually. The imprints of all the effort on that Tynecastle turf you can see there, like hieroglyphics, drumming out a message that Hearts are playing valiantly tonight. So Hearts still trailing by that away goal. 2-2 in aggregate. And that goal scored by Jaroslav Zelhavi in 14 minutes might cost them dearly, and they know it. Picked up by Jarasko. John Robertson. Just get away with that. Hearts crowd responding to this. Trying to lift Hearts up again, just becoming slightly flat. A little wrestling going on. Kinley was trying a 1-2 on the far side, and we're going to have a free kick in what should be a very interesting place indeed. John Robertson with it, and McKinley. I think they're going to leave it alone. Snodden. That goes that defensive wall. Snodden, a low one in there. Comes out there to McLaren. Baird tries to go up for it. There's a corner though. I think there was some shouts from the crowd about a penalty kick, but it's got to be a corner. Baird, in fact, did very well indeed to disturb their poise going up for that. And listen to that crowd. Trying to lift Hearts up. Oh, Levine! He's done it! Craig Levine. 3-1 now. And I don't think the big defender has scored a more vital goal for his club. And look at Bannon as he went out of picture there. Trying to whip up his prayers. That is Hearts ahead overall for the first time in the entire tie. Leading now by 3-1, which nullifies that away goal, of course. 42 minutes gone, and they are now well and truly in the driving seat. But certainly they don't want any self-inflicted injuries. Again, it's a matter of concentration. Well, it's a beautiful ball through there to Nick. Marvellous defending again as both Levine and Bannon came right across to him. Nothing could be worse than a swift retaliation and a counter-attack with a goal immediately after that. We're so near the half-time whistle. It is absolutely vital for Hearts to keep the lead at the moment, and there's superb shot there. Jurasco. Now, any lapses of concentration, which can so easily happen when a goalkeeper hasn't been in the fray so much, would have been disastrous. That was fine goalkeeping. Well, I think the decibels added to the volume of noise at Tynecastle by bringing along people who might conceivably stayed at home to listen or watch is proving a plus. There's no question at all about that. Tadachuk again, a slack one this time by Nekas. Baird tries to push it down towards Robertson. The two have linked rather well. Pressure lifted on Hearts at the moment. They tried to come back so well. That's Mackay. Bannon. Levine at the back. Long trudge forward, but absolutely no chance of getting that McLaren. Tynecastle in full song now. Must be music and inspiring music in the ears of the Hearts players out there. We're getting very near the half-time whistle, and Joe Jordan must be absolutely delighted his team have fought back so well in this tie. They're now in the lead. 3-2 on aggregate. Can he hold on to it? That's the point. Little run there and whipped away by Susho Parek. Crowd loving it. Bannon going to the other wing for this. Bannon, Levine was trying to get up there. Tempting one, and Hogg, I think it was, yes, doing a little bit of climbing. Just a bit too eager, as can so easily happen at this juncture. Headed away by Van der Ven, Tosh McGinley. Like a foul throw, yes, indeed it did. Referee telling him to get on with it. McKinley with it. Half-time whistle should go any second. And I think between the Hearts players and the referee there and the linesman. Utter confusion reigning out there at the moment. Nobody seems to know what happened. There might be a little bit of a language difficulty. And it all goes back to Tosh McKinley again. Well, what was all that about? And in fact, there goes the half-time whistle. Hearts leading on the night by 3 goals to 1, 3-2 on aggregate. The opening goal scored by Gary Mackay in the 11th minute. Glorious pass from Robertson, which a midfield player finished so well. And then that dramatic equaliser by Yaroslav Selhavi in the 14th minute from the corner. Great goal by Baird, and then Levine making it 3-1, putting Hearts ahead for the first time in the tie. So there we are. That's a half-time score at Tynecastle. Hearts leading by 3 goals to 1. The goal by Gary Mackay in the 11th minute. Then Jaroslav Selhavi in the 14th to make it 1-1. Baird in the 21st minute, 2-1. And Craig Levine in the 42nd minute, putting Hearts ahead for the first time overall in the tie. Hearts about to start the second half. Marvellous game we've had. The atmosphere is superb. I cannot commend it enough to clubs around the country. If they want us to get any boost in Europe, get the support behind you. Get them onto the terracing. And that is what Wallace Mercer, a very good commercial touch, has managed to do. He's got his fans behind the club. And now it's up to the players, and the players certainly have responded very well to that. Leading by 3 goals to 1. Long way to go, of course. So often in European football I've seen Scottish teams, through, I think, a lack of technical appreciation of the opposition, blowing leads like this. I'm sure Joe Jordan has drilled into his side the necessity to concentrate, to work hard. Eamon Bannon trying to pursue this into the penalty area with Robertson. Nice little interception there by Suchoparek. Lots of good football in the Slavia team yet. Oh, number 4 there, Silhavi, almost getting in a fankle. Now they're coming forward with a look of determination about them at the start of the second half. Katarchuk. What an intelligent play he is, and a dab there by Vinic as he came from the outside. I beg your pardon, it was Petrus, the fullback, overlapping into Vinic's position. Petrus trying that. It shows you how alert their defenders are coming up to take that pot shot. Look at the way Robertson's fighting hard, picking these balls up in midfield as he comes back for them. Toss McKinley. And off camera and out of sight of the referee. I don't think the referee's looking at it. That infringement there. I think the Hearts supporters may have seen it. John Robertson, I think it was, who were looking at the ball and not at the infringement. And you can hardly blame the referee, except that even though he hasn't got eyes in the back of his head, you hope that linesmen can keep their eyes in all zones of the field. And there's a bit of niggle going on. Look at the picture there. Some of the Hearts players are getting, Gary Mackay in particular, getting quite annoyed about what's going on. And Alan McLaren, I would suggest, quite frankly, they stay out of trouble. Things are going well for them at the moment. There's no need to get embroiled in needless feuds. Yes, John Robertson, the Hearts' principal goal scorer in Europe. Robertson, on his form, is one of the best takers of chances in the business. Away goes, recovering from that. So far, Hearts will be deserving of that bonus money. Alan McLaren in that tussle there. Van der Ven brought down, and the ball swept away from him, though the dangerous as Nikas picks it up, gives it to Lerch. And that's how well Hearts have been defending as Levine comes in and put away there by Snodden. I think that illustrated perfectly the way that all the little elements of Hearts have combined tonight. Good tackling, pursuing players in midfield, closing them down, and then Snodden coming in almost in that centre-back position. Must say, it's very physical out there at the moment. Always the risky one, but Henry Smith. Goalkeepers are now sweepers, of course. Bannon. Oh, he just gets up a little bit unfortunate there. He had wrong-footed the fullback, Suchoparek. Robertson. And he's not even getting a corner kick out of that. Well, I remember Eamon Bannon playing in significant games for Dundee United in Europe. Always a danger. So often we've seen Bannon making runs from one end of the park to the other and getting marvellous early crosses in. Goal picked up by Jurasco. Way wide to Lerch. Touched in there to Nikas. Great determination. That's McLaren, and I think he had the beating of them. Didn't need to go in the second time, and it's a free kick. Back goes virtually everybody except Robertson for Hearts. And he done there by Hogg, not all that confidently. Baird trying to come in, give support, and away goes Baird after it. A good tackle by McLaren. Baird. John Robertson all in his own up there at the moment. And that is so necessary, even playing at home in a European game. Make sure you have battened down the hatches in defence. Hearts won't mind this play, just keeping the ball in that last third. Not confident header there by Jurasco. Just there by McKinley. He has Petrus with him. Petrus, the fullback. Back it goes to Janos. Zdenek Janos, 25 years of age. Replaced an older goalkeeper. Goalkeeper 7 years older than him. Always difficult for a young goalkeeper to come in and place an experienced, established man. Played up by Tatarchuk. What a great player he is. There he is again. Right in the thick of it. Good balance. Lovely ball again. But offside. I must say, I have to make Tatarchuk, even though his team is trailing by 3-1, one of the most intelligent players afield. Vladimir Tatarchuk. Played 9 times for, well, I don't know what you would call them now, the CIS or the Unified Team or whatever, but he is a Russian. Now John Robertson. McKinley on the outside. Decides to forswear him, and Wade goes to Bannon. Certainly McLaren chasing after that. And the ball goes out of play. So Eamon Bennett to take this. 8 minutes of the second half gone, just over 8 minutes in fact. And he leaves it. John Robertson trying to get into the penalty area. 1-2, gets a little bit of freedom. We said little of that tonight, that's for sure. Away they come again. Silhabi. Well, Tosh McKinley did very well to get behind that, but he gave it away so weakly there. I'm not sure, I haven't asked Henry Smith, I must say, which side he likes a pass back to come to. But he didn't take that all confidently in the left side. So I think that's his favourite side, though. Nice ball there by Nikas. That's it, Tatarchuk again. They've really got to pick this man up. Let me remind you, Vladimir Tatarchuk scored a goal from the free kick in the first game. Well, one of the stars of that game, 19-year-old Patrick Berger, considered by many to be the man of the match, is not playing in this game tonight. I think he's a substitute, hasn't been brought on yet. This might be rather surprising. And at the moment we've lost the ball. Slavia Prague slightly losing their way. The referee will no doubt check time. We've gone almost about 10 minutes as Baird picks it up. Over throw to McKinley. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. A clash there, and the Hearts players are enraged by that. Robertson has taken a lot of savage treatment. All strikers do in modern football. Tosh McKinley going away quite unconcerned about it all. I think Bannon was indicating there might have been an elbow deliberately dug into the back of John Robertson. The Hearts physio has come out to have a look at him. In the background, the Czech subs. You have got to be very brave indeed to be a striker. They're coming at you from the back. Punishing tackles, the odd dig in the ribs. Now we've already had a booking in this game. Panika was booked originally. Martin Panika, 22-year-old player who came from the second division club Slovan Liberec a couple of years ago. Scored 6 league goals in 28 appearances. And nothing came out of that at all. They're taking it down. Now that was pretty harsh. Now I wonder. Oh, it's a red card. Panika, the man I was talking about there. What a stupid foul. The substitutes getting involved in this, and it's all becoming a bit tousy, but the referee remaining in the eye of the storm and very coolly saying, you're off. 58 minutes gone, and off goes Panika. Second booking, quite gratuitous foul. And his team are up against it now. They're trailing by 3 goals to 1. They're now reduced to 10 men. But I wouldn't, if I were a Hearts player, I wouldn't be assuming that that was an easy passage now. 10 men can sometimes perform wonders as Bannon puts that in. Tries to get it back to Bannon with it. Oh, good ball, Bannon. What's the final ball going to be like? Oh, Janos. Very courageous save. Van de Ven at the back, all in his own. And again, that's given Hearts a boost that John Robertson goes away, just lacking a little bit of acceleration. Well, look at that again, and the referee just turns away from it. I really do believe that it's fixed in referees' minds now that strikers have simply got to take this treatment, especially the rough stuff from the back, which is most unfortunate. We should be preserving and guarding the skills of strikers, not just dispensing them as easily as that. Still 3-1. And George Wright is about to come on for Alan McLaren. Alan McLaren, of course, been suffering these recent injuries, little setbacks for him. Perhaps not just 100% at the moment. Clever play by Sushil Parekh. Oh, that's very slack. There's always somebody stepping in for Hearts in that penalty area. Hearts supporters in the enclosure underneath us didn't like that throw-in, but busting through there is Salhavi. Oh, it's a neat little ball, and they're getting in behind Hearts at the moment. Beautifully swept away though. Neatly played to the outside to McKinley. Snodden wants it and gets it. Oh, it needed a little elevation. It was too low. There was Bannon coming in from the right. John Robertson right on the penalty spot. However, corner kick. Tempting one for the near post. Was that a deliberate push? Bannon with it. They pushed Craig Levine and Hogg forward. Snodden, I think, getting in that shot. Glenn Snodden. I make it about 16 minutes of this second half gone. Well, I have to say, the referee is, according to my evaluation, being slightly lenient in some of these challenges going on. Bustling forward there was Pavel Kuka. Man got to be watched very closely. Away goes Robertson. He's got a bit of breathing space. Been so tight for him. Clever little overplay there by McKinley. Back to Robertson. Oh dear. So close to a glorious move as Glenn Snodden picks up in midfield. Oh, that was laid on Bannon by Sucho Parak. And again, the referee just waves play on, and I don't think Hearts got any advantage out of allowing the play to go on. Does that logically mean that if Bannon had played the ball away and it wasn't near him and he was fouled late like that, it doesn't matter? Well, the Slavia physio wanting to come across here to give some treatment to Silhavi. Yaroslav Silhavi played 4 international matches for his country. Came to Slavia in 1990. He's considered to be one of Czechoslovakia's top markers. They're down to 10 men. Hearts are leading by 3 goals to 1. But they must not let carelessness creep into the match. Still playing against a highly talented team. But they lack that extra man. Baird trying to get to it. Robertson comes in from the back, and I think the linesman had his flag up. Rather careless sort of header there by Levine. Nice little 1-2 there. Vinic is there. Oh, it's in. It's a goal by Pavel Kuka. Pavel Kuka, 24 years of age, has given them a real lifeline. The man has won 14 caps for Czechoslovakia. Has scored a vital goal, perhaps even more vital than the 4 goals he scored for his country, because that makes the score 3-2, 3-all in aggregate, and of course they've now scored 2 away goals, so at this stage Hearts are out of the competition again. And playing against 10 men, I did, as I so often have, make the warning about carelessness, slackness, and of course The Czechs proving there that they're still a very good side indeed. And Pavel Kuka, I watched him recently playing against the Belgian international side in Prague, and he was always a danger there. Belgium actually beat Czechoslovakia that day, but Kuka was very prominent. Well, it certainly hasn't stunned the crowd. Still trying to get behind Hearts as Bannon comes forward. The Hearts supporters have played the part. Great move by Hearts again. George Wright coming into that. That's a way to come back from a disappointment. Hit hard against them immediately. Little breathing space for Slavia, and I wonder if they'll just tighten up and try to hold the position as it is at the moment. Trailing on the night, but equal in aggregate, and they would go through on that away goals principle. George Wright. This will work in midfield again. Robertson goes wide. Eamon Bannon tried to tuck that into the penalty area. Right. A little bit too obvious the way he tried to push that forward. I make it about 21 minutes played, maybe 22 now. Ooh, they can't afford to do things like that. That was a very tense header indeed. And he played for a free kick, but he's not going to get it. And the overlap on here from Petrus. Petrus with it. Neatly enough down there to Van de Ven. From Levine. And that's a beautiful ball to the outside. It's Lerch. Lerch with it. Here's Kuka. Oh, what a miss. Oh, dear. Really, that would have buried Hearts, and no wonder they're holding their heads in their hands. And how did he get so much latitude? 10 men playing against 11, breaking the cardinal rule of concentrate, concentrate. And he got that freedom, and the man I've been building up as one of the best goal scorers in Czechoslovakia, Pavel Kuka, has the miss of the match. Well, again it's late, and really Sucho Parek on the far side has been coming in so late on Bannon, and the yellow card to him. And he's very fortunate indeed. I think the referee has been especially lenient with that fullback. Free kick to Hearts. Eamon Bannon with it just over the top. Well, the Hearts supporters not liking the way they're holding on to this ball. Baird almost getting to it. There they come again. They're growing in confidence. 10 men, though they may be, because Jorasco, the central defender, coming forward. There he is again. Plenty of time for this to be picked up by Tatachuk. Over it goes. Tartachuk, by the way, reminds me of a younger Oleg Kuznetsov, the Rangers player, a younger and fitter Kuznetsov, I may say, who came forward from midfield in that rather intelligent way. Running out, but 26 minutes gone of the second half, and I think there's going to be a free kick. Yes, indeed, as Binic was brought down, the Yugoslavian Dragiša Binic missed that first leg due to injury. Dragiša Binic has been plagued by injury, by the way. The Czechs haven't had the very best out of him. In it comes. I just get the impression, good player though he is, that Tartachuk is beginning to run out of a little steam. He's done so much in this game. Wide is Lech. I think there must have been a little shout in the back because a couple of players, Hearts players, left that. Bannon almost caught in possession. Well, they want to get the defenders forward like that, but they've got to be cleaner 1-2s. Snodden. Just for Bobert. He's had so few opportunities in the air like that. Ready time for Van der Ven to bring it down. Referee Webbing play on again. It broke well for Hearts. Snodden playing on that far side. McKinley thrusting forward as much as he can. Slight misjudgment, as you saw, by Baird. In a very good position too. Snodden turning it around towards Bannon. Bannon has seen a lot of the ball in the second half. Balance there is in this game. 3-2. The Czechs at the moment going through. Czech fans, of course, a few of them in the crowd, about 500 or so, being heard and giving encouragement. And we're getting a substitution as Berger comes on, the player who many thought was the man of the match in Prague, 19-year-old Patrick Berger. Noted for his passing qualities. He'll have to have a bit of nerve, I should say, coming on into this cauldron. Robertson took that very cunningly, surely taken out of it there. The referee waving, well, he stopped it now, but I think initially, I'm quite convinced that Robertson was fouled, but a free kick that time for handling. And the Ven just got away with that again, caught in possession or almost. Oh, free kick. No, the referee waved play on. Hearts do have the advantage this time. McKinley. Baird trying to get to the end of it. two of his Hearts simply plugging away at this task, which is becoming more and more difficult for him as every second passes. And by my watch, we're into the last 15 minutes of this game. It's now that people sitting watching it wish, Hearts supporters, they could be out there doing something for the cause. Bannon. He gets a corner kick. Up will come the big fellas again. Van de Ven goes to the near post. Levine comes up. Bannon's going in. In it comes. It's a good one as Hall came forward. Swept out by Gary Mackay. Good ball, and the flag is up for offside. Intelligent ball by Mackay. Really hasn't been a failure in his Hearts side. I know that sounds very much like a cliche, but I think all the little bits and parts of the team are fitted together very well. Still 3-2. And the aggregate favouring the Czechs with the two away goals. We're getting a free kick. Beard is down. Now this could be interesting. Tosh McKinley signalling somebody to come across towards him. Eamon Bannon going into the defensive wall. It's put down to Robertson now. I think most teams take a free kick like that nowadays. It was well read by the Czechs. And you get a free kick. Well, really they're getting a replay almost. If you win two free kicks like this in succession in such a short space of time, then you've really got to exploit it. And I think it's Snodden to take this free kick, and the referee, as usual, will have to usher this defensive wall back. An anxious moment both for the Czechs and for Hearts. Glenn Snodden playing in his first European game. I make it 79 minutes gone. Oh, it's a wonderful goal! Quite magnificent goal by Glenn Snodden as the ball ricocheted from behind the goal, the stanchion, and back into play, but it was in the back. A superb free kick, as I said, 79 minutes gone. 4-2, and that is Hearts in front. Glenn Snodden, the man who's played for Doncaster, Sheffield Wednesday and Leeds. He was signed on a free after Howard Wilkinson signed Tony DeRigo in March. And by the way, I've been told, I haven't seen all of the games, that he's hit the bar 5 times this season. And it really is astonishing. Marvellous. It's his first goal for Hearts as well. What a double. I doubt very much if there has been such a volume of noise erupting from Tynecastle in many a year. Not just the quality of the free kick, but the significance of it coming when it did. Just under 10 minutes remaining. And Hearts now require not to be at all fancy or flamboyant, but simply to get down there and labour away in an honest manner and simply hold on to what they have. yes, you see there Henry favouring the left foot. He didn't do so well the first time, but he gets it better that time. As the Czechs about to bring on another substitute. This time it's Novak coming on. As off goes Nikas, who I thought had a fair game. And look in the background there, Joe Jordan scratching his chin. He's sometimes the most impassive of men, Joe. Just takes life as it comes. But although we didn't see it, I would imagine that Joe Jordan celebrated every bit as much as a Hearts supporter when that free kick went in. Although I think some Hearts supporter could learn from his taciturn nature under pressure right at this moment. But this game means so much to this club. Free kick to Hearts. And no need for them to be racing after the ball. Beautiful turn. Gary Mackay absolutely exemplifying the spirit of his side tonight. Well, they have played some neat, technically sound football with some individual genius from the likes of Tatachuk, but now they're being swept away on a tidal wave of Hearts enthusiasm on the park, and that amazing sound off it on the terracings. But quite clearly the Hearts supporters have played a significant part tonight. Goes deep, 2 against 2 though. Put forward again by Suchaparek, and too far. Again, it eases the pressure. Well, by my watch, we played, well, coming close to the 40th minute in this game. And this time, off goes the scorer of that amazing free kick as Joe Jordan hammers out a message as Wilson comes on for Hearts. With just a few minutes remaining of this game, I now make it looking down carefully because time means so much. Just over 5 minutes remaining. To sub Berger. Easy ball though. Really not enough time for him to come on and make any particular impact. Oh, there's a terrible blunder. John Robertson. Well, I haven't a clue what Slavia and Juraska were thinking about. Simply left it to each other. And I wonder if that is a sign that they've given up. Hearts leading by 4 goals to 2. More importantly, 4-3 on aggregate. They don't need to score again. They've got to keep the goal intact now. As I said, we've had this constant din from the terracings, which really does lift players. I'm not saying it intimidates the opposition because we're talking about very experienced international players, but it does give the home side such a sense of buoyancy, confidence. Well, look at the way Novak is running for the ball there. I I make it just about 3 minutes remaining. Still 4-2, they're getting into the box, and I've got to be very careful, Hearts. Bannon coming away with it. Free kick. Well, I said a few minutes ago, there's nobody wishing Hearts to be putting the confectionery, icing the cake in any sense whatsoever. You just got to keep solid. Do the simple things a simple way now. Bannon. Keep possession. That's the way to go about it now. Robertson. There will be some stoppage time, of course. And quite clearly, rather spoiling tactics by Hearts at the moment. Perfectly legitimate. Just keep the ball in a nice, tight little corner. Well, if I were FIFA, I would ban that as well. The pass back, the ban on the pass back, deliberate pass back, has been a great success. I would do it for the throw-in pass back to the goalkeeper as well. Nice little touch forward. They're looking dangerous. That is Berger trying to get in. Throw, and quite obviously it's got to be a long one. The whistle's going up from the terracings, in it comes. That looked to me like a kind of awkward tackle on the back of the Czech player. That really wasn't all that necessary. That's very dangerous. And surely a foul throw, yes. 3 or 4 times in this game, the crowd have advised the referee as to that. He's turned a deaf ear to it. Not this time. And it's all a matter of time. I make it about a minute. There may be stoppage time, of course. Hearts 4-3 up in aggregate. Free kick. Well, the Czechs, I'm sure, came to Tynecastle confident that they could pull this off. 1 goal up. They'd played very good football in Prague, but they've been met tonight by some excellent football by Hearts and an inspired performance as well. But still time for them to kill Hearts, to be honest. I've seen it happen so often in European football. Now this dangerous man, Tadachuk. Oh, he's annoyed with himself. A fine player who just went off target that time. I think there might have been a little bauble on the ball before it came to him. And the Hearts supporters imploring the referee to blow his whistle. But of course they never do in these circumstances. It has been a memorable night at Tynecastle. If it stays this way, Hearts can put this in the history books as one of the finest performances. And we're into stoppage time, well into it by now, but the referee, no indication of stopping yet. And this is one of these dangerous elements of football because there's no way of telling just how long stoppage is going to be. But we're now about a minute into stoppage time, just over. You can hear what the crowd think of it. Still 4-3, the Czechs with it. And nobody has moved out of Tynecastle. I might well ask those folks who are in the terracings, why don't you come every week? What a place, what a transformation in a ground in Tynecastle when you get a big crowd like this. 17,000 confirmed, by the way, as attendance. John Robertson just content to push it away. I think, in fact, it came off the check, yes. Throw to Hearts. Taken there by Wright. There are very tired players out there now. We're virtually into extra time because he's now played, by my watch, almost 3 minutes of stoppage time. Well, I said there were tired players. That was an indication of it. Oh, surely another foul throw. Really? Robertson all in his own. Anxious times for Hart as Eamon Bannon using his experience, almost closing the defender down. And what a tremendous financial boost this is to Hearts as well, if they can go through. That's Cooker almost picking it up. Back to Berger. Not quite sure why Berger wasn't on the field to start with. But away goes Bannon. And he'll know to hold on to the ball. That's what matters. Take it to a corner. I remember Bertie Auld once sitting in a ball in the corner flag in a European game. He wouldn't get away with that nowadays, but he got away with it then. Well, that's a slack one. That comes from tiredness. McKinley. Picked up by Baird. McKinley doing well to go to the outside, and what does he get out of it? He gets a free kick. That'll do Hearts very nicely indeed. We're now approaching almost 4 minutes of stoppage time. It must be agonizing for Hearts supporters, for their players and the staff in the dugout, for the directors and the directors' box to see this going on as time is added on to this game. Still 4-3 on aggregate. And the massive Hearts backing on edge. There's no discernible sign of jubilation at the moment. They're just wanting the final whistle. Still it won't come. That's a free kick. They'll thank them very much for that. And one begins to wonder, where did all this stoppage time come from? You could judge for yourself. I didn't see 4 minutes worth, that's for sure. And there it goes! Hearts have beaten Slavia Prague on aggregate by 4 goals to 3 on a memorable night at Tynecastle. A game to be savoured for long. The Hearts supporters relishing a marvellous fight back by the team. They faced adversity in losing these 2 goals, and they came back and showed not only great skill, but faced up to a test of character and came through with flying colours. Hearts are in the next round of the UEFA Cup after a glorious display. Thanks must go to the Hearts supporters. They added that extra dimension tonight, and I'm sure the management will be delighted about that. And I hear Scott Crabb coming across. Scott Crabb is moving to Dundee United. His last appearance at Tynecastle. He's been a Hearts boy supporter all his life, and thanking the crowd in the most tangible way on behalf, I'm sure, of his players and staff tonight. This is an evening we will not forget for a long time.